Now, we told you earlier on in our bulletin that the African Regional Commission for Certification of Polio Eradication has accepted Nigeria's wild polio virus-free documentation as a prelude to confirming Nigeria a polio-free nation by August 2020. Let's now join the Nigerian team in the celebration of this feat via Zoom meeting.
On the shoulders of our heroes who have done so much in the fight against poliomyelitis. For over 3 decades, the fight against white polio virus has been on. And we know that at this point in our lives, we have just been fortunate to be the last torchbearers to cross the finish line. But most of the amazing work has been done, and we want to recognize the frontline workers who have been very instrumental in getting us to where we are today. Without the frontline workers, we never could have been here. But beyond all of the celebrations, I want to singularly acknowledge the leadership provided by Mr. President Muhammadu Buhari, who took strong and immediate steps in 2016 when we had a slip in terms of the resurgence of white polio virus. That quick action at that point, making the resources available, has made a difference in our march towards polio eradication today. But this put in their different efforts. All of the governors, the state governors who have done so much, all of the past ministers, all of the chief executive officers, all of the executive directors, who have worked so tirelessly to get us to where we are today. I'm sure that we're going to be hearing a lot from a number of these past ministers, past chief executive officers, our partners, our donors, who have sacrificed so much of their lives to get us to where we are today. We also want to acknowledge that perhaps the turning point in our fight against poliomyelitis was when, as a program, as technical officers, we ceded the polio eradication program to our traditional leaders, led by His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto. All of the traditional leaders who now took polio eradication, routine immunization, and primary health care as a battle, making sure that their community members, their citizens, got the vaccines that they required. We cannot say so much and still do justice to all of the work that our partners have really done. We cannot say thank you enough to Mr. Bill Gates of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We cannot say thank you enough to Alhaji Aliko Dangote, whose patriotism, whose collaboration with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has done so much to get us to where we are today. We cannot say so much about what Rotary has done. I'm sure that all of the partners are here with us today, but we want to say thank you. But before I wrap up my opening remarks, I'd like us to observe a minute's silence for those frontline workers who paid the ultimate price when they lost their lives in active duty, making sure that kids in the most rural areas, kids in the most difficult terrains got the vaccines that they need to prevent poliomyelitis and bequeath to future Nigerians a life without the threat of poliomyelitis. May the souls of the departed rest in perfect peace. At this point, I would like to sort of set some of the thoughts. I'm sure a lot of are called upon to speak. If anybody wants to speak, please, it will be helpful for you to use the raise your hands icon to indicate that you would like to speak. If you want to be recognized, it is also important that you rename device so that we can actually see your name and not the name of the device, such as.
Well, congratulations, Nigeria. And more good news. Physical distancing floor